the summer of stock cars. Sounds almost like a movie title. Somebody makes it, I'd see it, and I'll bet you would too. Hey, a good Saturday morning to you, and welcome to Cocopah Speedway's Laptime Live, brought to you by Cocopah Casino and by 1 Hour Air Conditioning and Heating. Racing radio here on Outlaw Country, AM 1400. I'm your host, Mike Stanhope, and thank you for joining us today. Hey, we're going to be visiting with Cocopah Speedway IMCA Modified driver Keith Tabor in just a few minutes. Tabor looking to recapture some of the momentum he'd established earlier on in the season, when, of course, we get back underway in September. First, though, stock car summer travels for Cocopah Speedway Racing Series regulars visiting and racing at out-of-town tracks. That continued last Saturday with a couple of Yuma and Imperial-based drivers making the run over to Casa Grande, in one case for a shakedown cruise, so to speak, for a new car. Captain Henry B. debuting his new number 87 car with a run in the Pure Stocks at Central Arizona Raceway, picking up a sixth-place finish in his heat and a 10th in the feature. The captain spun late, actually caught some air off the berm. Henry telling us later that the car performed outstanding and some extra seat time is in order, with plans to get it with another potential run at CAR next Saturday night. Also out for action last Saturday at CAR was Imperial's Lance Maury in the 19SB IMCA Modified. Maury continuing his summer breakout on the road and starting out of the number 6 position. Maury raced off to a 4th in his heat while also fighting some motor issues. Maury started number 5 outside, row number 5 outside for the feature. That engine problem, though, continued, and Maury parked the 19SB rather than risk further damage, officially taking a 22nd place in the feature. The team car to Maury, the MRT number 44, driven by Jason Knoll, by the way, picked up a 3rd place finish. Maury, along with Captain Henry B., also planning another run at CAR next Saturday night, and late word of a number of other Yuma and Imperial-based competitors again getting set to make that tow as well, looking to get some seat time before the season's second half kickoff at Cocopah Speedway on September 28th. Among them, Doug Rivera and his number 20 HIMCA Modified, as well as Timmy Reese and the number 35 IMCA Northern Sport Mod. Hey, the process of building and or rebuilding cars for the season's second half continues for a number of drivers, as we've noted throughout the summer break. Dave Amos recently taking delivery of a new engine for his IMCA stock car, and a lot of new tubing coming together for the number 21 IMCA Modified of Cody Grabby. Grabby, of course, the victim of a rather vicious crash in the concluding race of the season's first half. That led to a substantial rebuild of his machine. And meanwhile, lots of fabrication also ongoing over at Kent Rosevear's ProTech Racing Shop. As noted recently, Rosevear sold off the car that he'd opened the season with and is hard at work on several new chassis. Touched on the Knoxville Nationals last week here on Laptime Live. If you missed it, Donnie Schatz continues to be the present-day master of Knoxville, picking up his 7th win in the last 8 years, coming out of the 21st starting position to do so. That was the deepest ever for a winner of the Knoxville Nationals in the 53-year history of sprint car racing showcase event, and probably some soothing medicine for NASCAR star Tony Stewart as well. He, of course, continuing his recovery from a broken leg, and Stewart is, of course, the owner of Schatz's car. Some track news and notes to pass along this morning as the days seem to roll by faster and faster in anticipation of September 28th. The BLT companies will be trucking in clay early Monday morning for grooming into the track surface, and another highly anticipated project also kicking off this coming week as well. Evans Grading and Paving Company, a new venture from Les Evans and the boys over at Evans Custom Concrete, will begin work in a big way later this week on the new mini Cocopah Speedway for kids and youth racers. Quarter midgets, karts, possibly quads, all potential possibilities for racing on the mini Cocopah Speedway. And there are some great opportunities out there for you moms and dads, and for businesses as well, interested in directly supporting youth racing via mini Cocopah Speedway. You can contact the Speedway office, 344-1563, or email Greg via info@cocopahspeedway.com. Again, that's info@cocopahspeedway.com. CocopahSpeedway.com. And hey, some other opportunities to be involved at Cocopah Speedway also available. Some volunteer and also some part-time job openings are available. Again, you can call the track or email to info@CocopahSpeedway.com. Well, up next here on Laptime Live, we'll be visiting with Cocopah Speedway IMCA Modified driver Keith Tabor. Tabor closing in on launch for the season's second half, starting September 28th at Cocopah Speedway. You're listening to Racing Radio. It's Cocopah Speedway's Laptime Live, brought to you by Cocopah Casino and by 1 Hour Air Conditioning and Heating.
Thanks for calling Toyota. This is Jan.
Hi, Jan. Did I hear there's a big event?
Yeah, Toyota's once-a-year nationwide clearance event is going on right now.
So there's good deals on Toyota trucks?
You bet. Since new models are coming in, there are a lot of great deals on current Tacomas and Tundras.
Perfect. I need a truck like me, Jan.
Like you?
Yeah, with lots of power.
Oh, looks like I have to take this other call. I gotta scoot.
Toyota's once-a-year nationwide clearance event is going on now. Get 0% financing for 60 months with $1,667 per thousand borrowed on any new 2013 Tundra. But hurry, this event happens only once a year. Toyota, let's go places.
Financing on approved credit from Toyota Financial Services does not include college grad or military rebate. Does not include dealer fees. Offers may vary by region. See dealer for details. Offers end 9/3/13.
Visit Alexander Toyota in Yuma, or for more information, please log on to Toyota.com. Toyota.
Welcome to Food City, announcing an incredible 2-day sale. Now through Sunday, listen to these savings. Cantaloupe, 4 pounds for only $1. Bone-in sirloin cut pork chops now $1.29 a pound, sold in the value pack. La Guayacamaya hot sauce, big 38-ounce bottle, now 99 cents. And Libby's Vienna sausage, 39 cents a can. Thank you for shopping. These prices are good now through Sunday. Only at Food City, the store with low prices when you need them.
Advertise your business while you're out on the road. Sign Pro has vehicle magnets on sale through the end of September. 12 by 24-inch magnets are normally $75 per pair, but they're on sale for $65 a pair through September.
You just can't do better. The Sign Pro sign. America comes to Sign Pro.
Crossroads Mission serves over 300 meals a day, and they're running low on many food items. There's some days when Crossroads doesn't even have enough meat, bread, or milk to feed those who come to them for help. Their wish list includes mustard and mayonnaise, rice and ground beef, and milk. Please drop items off at the Crossroads Kitchen at 944 South Arizona Avenue. If you'd like to organize a food drive, call Barbara Rochester at 580-4482. Community matters to Z93 and Outlaw Country.
Thanks for asking, but I'd rather not send you nude pictures. I'm camera shy. I already said no. Under my clothes, I'm a robot. My webcam is broken. I'm worried they'll get passed around school. I have a rash. I have nudophobia. I have lizard skin. I'm a vampire, so I don't show up in pictures anyways. Your badgering has really killed the mood.
When someone is pressuring you to do something you don't want to, how many ways can you say no before they get the message? Let us know at that'snotcool.com. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
August 4th through September 28th, break the bank at Cocopah Casino. And you can walk away with $20,000 in cash. Earn entries by playing your favorite slots, bingo, and table games. Every 20 points gets one entry. Weekly drawings every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night. And winners are entered into the grand prize drawing on September 28th for $20,000 in cash. Want to increase your chances of winning the grand prize? Come in every Tuesday through Saturday and earn 3 grand prize entries during our hot seat drawing. $20,000 in cash. It's your chance to break the bank. Cocopah Casino. Live the rush.
And welcome back to Cocopah Speedway's Laptime Live, brought to you by Cocopah Casino and by 1 Hour Air Conditioning and Heating. And we'd like to welcome to the studio now the man sitting number 12 in the points in the Cocopah Speedway IMCA Modified standings, Keith Tabor, driver of the number 28. Good morning to you, Keith.
How you doing, Mike?
Hey, pretty darn good, Keith. Yourself this morning?
Oh, not doing too bad.
Well, hey, Keith, we're about midway through summer break at Cocopah Speedway, and no, summer's been a busy time for you. What's kind of been going on so far?
Oh, this is our busy time of the season. We got all the California people bringing us their boats to get service so they can have some fun out here, and it takes up pretty much all my time. We're just now starting to work on the race car.
We've noted over the the weeks of the summer break, that many of the competitors from Cocopah Speedway have been out on the road getting seat time at tracks here and there. You've not been able to do that this summer. Have done it in the past. Hoping to get out at least one time before summer break is over, or is it going to be prep and go with what you got?
Yeah, it'll probably be prep and go. I was hoping to maybe go to Casa Grande next weekend, but we're still waiting on the wrap for the car. I'd rather have it done and be finished before we put it on the track. So I'll probably just go to Casa Grande again and help John Malloy. Been helping him with his car a little bit, trying to get his dialed in.
You've been doing some other development work and some other work on your car in the meantime, though.
Yes, we're trying some new things out. We got a new engine that we're trying out this year, trying to step that program up a little bit. So we'll see what happens.
We see your name popping up a lot in conjunction with helping other drivers on their equipment and cars, and know that's kept you pretty busy over the summer break, too.
Yeah, I was always seemed like I was trying to help them get their stuff done before I do my own. I always put mine off for last. But I helped Brian Gray get his new car going, and Bill Miller got him a new body design for his car, so nobody's going to recognize him when he pulls on the track. Gonna
be interesting indeed. In fact, talked with Bill about that, and know he's excited to get back out too. And know you've got to be excited. Looking ahead, we're just about 6 weeks away.
Yeah, it's getting close. I'm getting a little antsy, ready to put the throttle down, see how the new car handles out there.
Well, I want to go back to Origins a little bit here. You got your start on the local dirt track scene roughly 3 years ago, give or take, just a little bit. A retired sand dragger. So what convinced you to come out and make those left-hand turns?
It's just something I always wanted to try. I always liked going out and watching. Just financially, I couldn't really afford to do it years ago. I just got myself in the spot now where I think I can do it, and I'm having fun doing it. It's a lot of fun. Met a lot of nice people out there. Of course, I know a lot of them already, and some I get to do every other weekend, which the sand dragging was fun, but you only get to do it once every couple months. That's the bad part.
Go fast involved no matter what. Sand dragging something you still want to do going forward, or has the dirt track, the circle track, really got itself into your veins?
I think the circle track's got it. The drag racing's fun, but 3 seconds and you're done. I like the horsepower. I've always liked horsepower. The thrill of it, the kick in the seat of the pants, I should say, feels really good. But to go out there and do it for 25 laps, that's really a rush.
No doubt about that. And, in terms of investment in your equipment and the comeback that you get off of that, that thought of being out there for minutes at a time as opposed to seconds at a time certainly has to make it all worth it.
Oh, yes, it does. It's a real fun thing to do.
Well, Keith, you put together a string of pretty solid finishes for the most part up through April, then missed out on a couple of events. What kind of took you out early during the first half?
We ran the engine we had. We ran it for 2 seasons, and it finally just gave up. It threw a rod through the side, so tore up everything in the engine, so we had to start from scratch again.
In terms of engine development on the new car, have you got that back in at this point, or still a little bit to go to get ready for September 28th?
Actually, we got it put in this last week. We fired it up and broke it in last night. Wasn't real happy with the way it really sounded, so I went down the shop this morning bright and early and found the culprit and got it purring like a kitten now, so I'm happy.
And always a case of adjustments, of course, moving forward as well once you do, in fact, get that car on the track.
Yes, exactly. I'm really stoked about trying this engine out to see how it works out there.
Well, even running a somewhat limited schedule, or at least missing out on those couple of races towards the end of April, you had some fairly impressive runs in the first half of the season. Any particular ones that stand out in your mind?
No, I think the best finish I had, was a second one night, I think. That was an interesting night. I started up towards the front, and we went into turn 1 and 2, and I think it was Jarrett spun, and I spun to keep from hitting him, so we had to go to the back, and I just kind of thought, well, this is going to be a long night for us, but luckily Bobby Horton was started back there. I figured, well, he's usually good at picking and choosing, so I thought, well, I'll follow him through, and I worked my way back up the front following him, and we were running 4th and 5th. And I think the end of that night, the last restart, his car was smoking. He had a cylinder down, and I made a move on him and Dwayne Rogers, and I come out second, and that was my best finish so far.
In terms of the fun that you have in a stock car. I would have to imagine a lot more fun for you maybe coming from the back, having to work your way through all of those competitors rather than starting out front and staying out front.
I kind of like doing that. It makes it more challenging. Of course, when I first started a couple years ago, I started in the back for the first 3-4 races to give the other drivers respect and try and figure out what I need to do myself. And of course, it lets you watch a lot of other drivers out there. And it's kind of, sometimes I think of it kind of like a chess game. If you're going to go high, I'm going to go low, or vice versa. You kind of pick your spots and pick your moves, and you just try not tearing up nobody's equipment and go for it when you can.
And hopefully have a car that'll work both high and low to let you take advantage of that chess situation, so to speak.
Yes, and that's one thing that we've been trying to really work on, because the track with more cars with the sport mods now, it seems like the track really gets slick for us come main event time. Everybody wants to move to the top. And if there's only a little cushion there and everybody's up there, we've been trying to get something to work down low where we can go where nobody else is at. That's something I've been learning from Lance Murray. He's been doing the same thing. So I thought we need to really work on that part of the chassis setup this second part of the season here.
Always things to be learned from how other people approach the track.
Exactly. And I've had good people help me, like I say, Lance Murray, John Malloy. They've all gave me good pointers over the last year, which have really helped me out a lot.
You were one of the local drivers to make an A feature during the Winter Nationals back in February. How did that experience influence you moving forward into the year?
It was fun. It was really neat to run with those guys that get to race 3 nights a week back there. They definitely got the experience, and it's nice to race with them because a lot of those guys are really clean and they respect your space, and there's none of that slamming, spin you out. It's real competitive, and it's nice to be able to run with those guys and say I did it. It was fun.
Well, we note that respect, and it extends throughout the field of local competitors that we have here at Cocopah Speedway, but have noted that big as well from the visitors coming in, and that is, we may hear the phrase wreckers or checkers, but that's not really the approach that you guys take when you're out on the track.
No, I don't want to wreck nobody, and hopefully nobody wrecks me. It's kind of hard. I mean, it does happen sometimes because you figure we're on dirt. It's not like we're on a slot. So, I mean, little rubbing happens every now and then. The tempers do flare every once in a while, but I try to drive clean because I expect other people to treat me the way I treat them on the track.
That's a nice philosophy to take forward indeed. We're talking with Keith Tabor, driver of the number 28 IMCA Modified, here on Cocopah Speedway's Laptime Live, brought to you by Cocopah Casino and by 1 Hour Air Conditioning and Heating. And we'll be back with more in just a moment.
Are you prepared to retire? Are you going to be retiring in the next 5 years? Yuma Investment Group Wealth Management will be hosting an educational seminar on how to prepare your retirement plan to be rollover ready. We will be explaining the 11 biggest blunders that people make when they retire. We will also provide you with a rollover ready checklist to make sure you're prepared. Please join us at the Yuma County Main Library on Tuesday, August 27th at 6 p.m. Call 928-329-1700 to reserve your spot today. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
The Yuma Community Biker Fund presents the Hot August Nights Fun Run on Saturday, August 24th. Registration will be held from 5 to 6 p.m. at Bobby's Territorial Harley-Davidson on Gila Ridge Road. You'll receive a ticket from each stop to qualify for the grand prize. The last stop will be LZ Bar and Grill. All drawings will begin at 8:30 p.m. and you must be present to win. The grand prize is $100. The proceeds from the Hot August Nights Fun Run will benefit all motorcycle riders who are involved in an accident in Yuma County. Come on out for a great time and support a good cause at the same time. It's the Hot August Nights Fun Run, Saturday, August 24th. See you there.
No matter what type of air conditioning or heating help you need, schedule some help from 1 Hour Air Conditioning. Ready for the season? 1 Hour Air Conditioning and Heating can help. No AC at all? 1 Hour can help. Need help upgrading your old, inefficient system? 1 Hour can help. Now's the time to schedule your annual air conditioning safety inspection for just $59. Call 1 Hour today at 783-4242. Some limitations and exclusions apply.
We're always on time.
Crossroads Mission serves over 300 meals a day, and they're running low on many food items. There are days when Crossroads doesn't have enough meat, bread, or milk to feed those who come to them for help. Their wish list includes chicken, pork, roast beef, turkey, ground beef, tuna, eggs, and milk. Please drop off items at the Crossroads Kitchen, 944 South Arizona Avenue. If you'd like to organize a food drive, please call Barbara Rochester at 580-4482. Community Matters to Z93 at Outlaw Country.
Hi, I'm Russ Clark, and I've got a new home on your radio dial. Tune in Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays for Outlaw Talk live and local from 6 to 8 a.m. Outlaw Talk is a great forum for local, state, and national issues, ranging from immigration to gun laws and everything in between. I'd love to take your calls, too. You can call 782-4321 and share your thoughts. It's Outlaw Talk on Outlaw Country, 6 to 8 a.m. Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I hope you'll join me.
Advertise your business while you're out on the road. Sign Pro has vehicle magnets on sale through the end of September. 12 by 24-inch magnets are normally $75 per pair, but they're on sale for $65 a pair through September.
You just can't do better. The Sign Pro sign. America comes to Sign Pro.
And welcome back to Cocopah Speedway's Laptime Live Racing Radio here on Outlaw Country AM 1400, brought to you by Cocopah Casino and by 1 Hour Air Conditioning and Heating. And visiting again today with Keith Tabor, driver of the number 28 IMCA Modified. I'll talk a little bit about the first half of the season. Of course, again, about 6 weeks off to start of the second half of the season. Any goals in mind for that second half?
I'm hoping to finally break that no-winning streak I got. I've had my best finish has been, like I say, second in the main, second in the heat race. I haven't got that first-place finish yet. When my motor gave out the last race I raced this first part of the season, I was actually leading the heat race, and I jinxed myself, I think. I'm sitting in the seat going, this just might happen. It might be my night. And then on the restart, pop, there it went. That ended that night.
In your driver profile, you note in there that you haven't done anything spectacular yet. So define spectacular for me. Would it be that win, or are there other things that might qualify?
No, I think it'd be that win would do it for me. I think once you get that first win, it kind of gets your adrenaline pumping, and you kind of know what you did to get there. And I think there's just something missing there. And I think nothing better than seat time. I don't have a lot of seat time, but I feel I'm doing pretty good for a new guy. I seem like I'm pretty consistent at finishing in the top 5 for the main events. And my goal is to get that first win, whether it's a heat race or a main. I still want that first win.
Your fellow competitors, are there any in particular that you see as bigger competitors than another, or are you your own biggest competitor?
I think I'm my biggest competitor. I think I try to just push myself farther every time and learn from the other drivers on the track. There's a lot of tough ones out there. Like I say, Lance Maury, Russell Allen, Bobby Horton. Those 3 guys are guys that are usually up front all the time. They're tough competitors, and I try to learn from them every week out there. But I think me myself is my biggest competitor.
Well, kind of following along the lines of that, would like to talk about the respect that exists between the competitors. We see friendships both out at the racetrack, but off the track as well.
Yes, yeah, I'm friends with everybody. Usually what I'll do, I'll get there, I'll unload the car, and I'll actually get on the quad, and I'll go around and I'll talk to everybody. Just kind of mix. A lot of guys don't like to do that, but I do. I go talk to everybody out there that I know. Just say hi to them.
On that same subject of friendship, you had something out via social media the other day that garnered some commentary. IMCA legal cup holders. Can you tell us about this?
Oh, it's just kind of a joke. Being in the boat business, we get all the fancy stuff like that in the boats, and I just thought it'd be kind of neat to stick one in the race car. And then, of course, once I got one there, then a few of the other drivers started commenting that they wanted them, so I got a few more on order now. But you're out there for 25 laps with the caution. Sometimes you're out there for 50 laps. It's just nice to have a cold beverage in there to get a little sip of water or something while you're going. I mean, I'd like to have something else in the car, but I know I can't have that because it's not legal at all in the pits till after the races. But we'll go with that for the water for now. It's kind of comical. It's more of a I don't know how you want to say it. novelty item, I should say.
Well, hey, I'll tell you what, I wouldn't be surprised if more than one racer doesn't come asking after them. So,
and of course, all the ones I've ordered, they're all color coded to match the driver's ride. So put it that way, it'll blend right in.
Keith, you get a front row view, so to speak, of action that's been really, really incredible throughout 2013. Any words for people who've maybe not been out to see a race, what they, should look for, what they could expect to see?
Nothing in particular. I think that everybody should do it. It's addicting, even to just go sit there and watch. I think every week we get more and more people to come out there and watch us race on the track. It'd be kind of neat if we could give our onboard cameras from our GoPro, give the videos, make a little thing for the people so they can see it all, so they can get our view from in the cockpit. I think it'd be kind of cool for people.
Something that may well be in the works.
Yeah.
Talked about goals for the second half of the season, but let's talk a little bit further out, 3 years, 5 years. Where do you see yourself?
I don't know. This is just something I've always wanted to do. I say I financially couldn't do it years ago, but I just turned 45 here recently. I told myself that I think I'll race till I'm 50. 50 is my cutoff date. I think I'll quit with that, but I really want to try and get the kids in the race in the quarter midgets if it comes around here. Once it gets going strong, I really like to push my boy. I have a grandson, try and get him into it, and even my stepdaughter Lainey, like to get her into it too. I think she'd be the one to give the boys the fits out there, so I'll just be the crew chief after I turn 50 if they want to race.
The youth involvement is so cool, and to be involved in it on the level that you're talking about, and as we noted earlier in the show, development work getting underway this coming week on the mini Cocopah Speedway, so that ought to be awesome. And you were relating a little bit too about just how much your son likes getting hands-on with your equipment.
Yes, he definitely likes to get out there and help work on things. He didn't want to miss anything at the shop yesterday, so he didn't go to Grandma's for the babysitting day. He wanted to stay at the shop because he knew we were firing that car up last night.
You couldn't do what you do without the support of family, of course, but there's a lot of other people who help to make it possible for you to race as well, I'm sure.
Yes, so there is. The family's the big thing. Got to keep them happy, too, and try and devote my time to home life plus work and race car time. Sometimes it gets tough to try and squeeze it all in, but we got Mike Irwin from Auto Doc. He's a big supporter of mine. He's actually an official out there too, but he helps me with the motor program. Sunland Chemical, Powder Tech, Aqua 2000, Hyatt Air. Those are all close friends of mine that help me out tremendously during the season.
And we, on your behalf, along with you, certainly pass along our thanks to them, as well as to all of the people who helped to make racing possible here in the Yuma area. Any last words for the second half?
No, I think we're just, I wish it was here now. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to get out there and push the throttle down and get back out there to our facility and get it going again.
Well, Keith, we're certainly all ready for that, and I want to say thank you for stopping in to talk with us today here on Laptime Live.
Thanks, Mike.
Hey, Keith Tabor, one more time. Driver of the number 28 IMCA Modified, and getting set for action when we go back to racing September 28th at the Diamond in the Desert. Hey, some other happenings ongoing around the complex of facilities that include Cocopah Casino and Cocopah Speedway. And on the phone with us today to tell us more about them, Anna Corpus. Good morning to you, Anna.
Hi, Mike. Everything we're talking about today has to do with outdoor sports. Both Cocopah golf courses have super low summer rates. At Cocopah Bend RV and Golf Resort, play 18 holes, your choice. $25 for 2 players and a cart, $20 for 1 person and a cart, or $15 for 1 player walking. For more information, call 928-343-1663, or you can check out their website or Facebook. And you have 2 more weeks to take advantage of Rio Colorado's August special. Golf 9 holes with a cart and lunch, all for $15. Also, draft beer is only $1. And for more information, call 627-0057, or you can always check out Rio's Facebook. And of course, don't forget, dove hunting tickets go on sale August 22nd for the season kicking off Labor Day weekend. Tickets can be purchased at the Cocopah Gift Shop, our administration office, or Sprague Sports in Yuma. And for more information, you can call 928-627-2102 or check out Cocopah.com. Again, thanks for having me, Mike.
Hey, thank you, Anna. And again, we remind you that information on all of those items and more can be easily procured at Cocopah.com. Again, that's www.cocopah.com. Of course, all of the racing info you need available at the click of a mouse as well. Just stop in at www.cocopahspeedway.com for a look at the second half schedule, some other feature information, and, well, all of it available at www.cocopahspeedway.com. And, of course, make sure to like us on Facebook. Hey, we continue on with the racing news. It never stops during this summer of stock cars, and, of course, we'll be bringing it all to you as we get ever closer, just 6 weeks away from the opening of the second half of the 2013 season. You've been listening to Cocopah Speedway's Laptime Live, presented by Cocopah Casino and by 1 Hour Air Conditioning and Heating. Back with more next Saturday morning, 11 a.m., here on Outlaw Country, AM 1400.